Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for part 2 of my Festive Crafting Showcase. We have made 3 cards in our first session. It went on for about 2.5 hours. We had lots of fun, and now we are into our second session, and I'll be sharing a few more cards. And we've had some casing the catalog. We've had some I've shown you different techniques, and I hope you have had fun crafting along with me. Uh, if you're in Australia, you can shop online in my online store. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask what you have. Please chat with me as you watch, and I would love to chat with you. And I will be going on through till the evening, so I'll be sharing loads of different projects, different ideas with you, and I hope you enjoy this session. If you have never watched me before or never joined any of my crafting sessions, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do share lots of projects. I share a new class every Sunday. That's my card creation series, and that goes once a month. Um, we have a product focus. So this month it's our winter scene stamp set, and I create 4 cards with it. Every Sunday we share a new one. And on a Wednesday in the afternoon, I share another card. Sometimes it's in the evening, but generally in the afternoon, I'll have another project. So today it's all about Christmas crafting, getting you ready for your Christmas projects. So getting a head start on that because it's coming up quick, and you're gonna got less than just 3 months. So we can never get too much of a head start. It's better early and avoid the rush at the end. Says me, who I'm generally always rushing no matter how many cards I've made. So let me know. Are you a head start kind of person? Do you get get ahead of the game? So before we went on a break, Mani, who was watching before, asked me what my favorite suite or product in the catalog, and that was a bit of a tricky one because we've had a bit of a release of online exclusives as well. So I'm just reaching out for my catalog, and we've had lots of products. And I did say I did like the North Pole delivery suite. I'll be crafting with that later on, so stay with me, and that will probably be in a later session. So this is the catalog which I'll be crafting from today, and also some online exclusives. One of the products I did say I liked, which I didn't kind of expect, was this North Pole delivery. But right now, I'm going to be crafting with this suite, which also has a scrapbooking page, which is a Peaceful Days suite, scrapbooking. But this one we got a bit early. It's the Peaceful Garden suite, which is that. Now this one, I would say, is not particularly for Christmas. You could use this for other occasions because the sentiments are all occasion. The paper too is like with those blues, it's got doves, but you've got flowers there and some neutrals which work for nice for masculine projects, and it's got a lovely set of the dyes there. So we're going to use that. I'm going to create a couple of projects with that today, and we will have a look at what this suite has. So it comes with a stamp set, a die set, and also some designer series paper, an embossing folder. It has some glimmer paper as well. It has some lovely ribbon, which has like a silver edge to it, silver edging, and it has the embellishments too are not particularly Christmassy, so you could use it all around. So it's called Hues of Flowers. So it's little flowers. It looks like stars from far, but it's actually flowers. So that itself, you can use over and over again. So it's really an all occasion sweet. Of course, because it's my Christmas festive showcase, I'm going to be creating Christmas cards for this event. And I hope you find that it's very useful for you. If you haven't got it, take a look. Just bear with me. I'm just going to make sure that I am live in my Facebook group. I think I am. Yes, I am. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's turn the camera around. And I'm just sharing it to my group. And we will, first up, I'm going to create a simple stamping, I would say, a basic card. This is a good one to do for, you might say, Rochelle, you don't really do simple stamping, but it is, trust me. So I have incorporated with this one let me turn, you need to see the other side of the desk. I have incorporated, and I think I would recommend getting this set as well, which is the scrapbook set, the stamp set which goes with this. This is a really nice set, and I love this. The dove with the little, it's got the little floral detail. And then that little tab is really cute too. So consider that. The stamp set is $35 for that one. So it's a good add-on to make more use out of that suite. If you wanted to, you could get the scrapbook set as well, the kit, and use it to make cards or scrapbook pages. The scrapbook kit comes with everything you need to make those scrapbook pages as well. So that's all that. I have that as well, but it's really handy. So I did this class. This is a card I made with my colleagues last week. And it was created for bearing in mind that these are people who possibly have not done card making before. Hi, Nicole. Great to see you. You like the images and fonts? Isn't it good? I do like the font too. That is a nice set. I agree. So this is the one of them, and then I probably it would have been ideal for me to pull that out, isn't it? I was probably using it. That's why. Where is it? Probably in a mess on my desk. Let me have a look because I need to use it now. If not, we'll have to make do with something else. No, I probably used it. Ornamental Christmas. Let me see. I'm looking to my sets here. It's possibly just on my desk. We'll find it. Never mind. So this is the one I'm using, but I can easily swap it around. But I don't want to show it to you. So that's annoying. Oh no, I just showed it to you. Yeah. So yeah, that's the nice it's really good for, like, if you want even a larger image. I mean, ideally this is for scrapbooking, that's what it's intended for, but this one I've used a lot, and that's what I'm going to be using now. Just as worried, I need that. So as I was saying, I created this card for my colleagues last week so that they could make it, because they haven't because for people who haven't stamped before, so I had 5 of them, and 2 of them were guys, and they did a great job. So it is I would say that I have done some die cutting, but that's all the die cutting I've done. So I would say it's a beginner in the sense of beginner die cut if you didn't want to do die cutting, but it's sort of a beginner card, but easy enough to do. So what I have done is got a piece of designer series paper, which is 9.5 by 13.8, and it's Misty Moonlight at 10 by 14.3. And this is just going to fit like that. And I have taken the die cut out of this. So I'm going to use that as my label. So double duty, that's not going to be seen. So that's just going to work like that. Now for that from somewhere. All right. So we're going to take this image, and this is from that extra set, which is in the scrapbook set, right? So I am just using that. And I'm going to use cloud cover. And creating sort of a background. So if you want quick and easy, just what you do is you would die cut a whole lot of these and have it ready to go, and then you can make sure I'm on the right side. So I'm going to stamp 2, stamp 2. I might add a little bit of splatter or something on this, which I didn't do for last week, but basically it's what I'll be sharing. It's what I did in the class. Now for the sentiment, I'm using Peace on Earth. And stamping in Secret Sea. Now, this is the extra I am doing, which I did not do last week. I might do a little bit of ink blending just to take it up that little notch. And this is by no way, I would say, an harder thing. It's just that when I did it in school, then we just had 101. I did 2 cards. So I was trying to minimize, like trying to get them to do 2 cards, have as much in that little time. All right, so you can step it up, step it down, just I think this is how you can make these cards your own. Going to bring in some Misty Moonlight stamping blend. And add a bit of splatter. So, and then we'll layer it onto our Misty Moonlight, the larger label. So just glue that on. The cloud cover ink pad, I will show you because I have the little one as well, which I did. So it hasn't like bothered me too much. But we can do a bit of a comparison. Let's do that after this. Like, I'm okay with the color, but it may not be 100%, but I'm all right. It's just the convenience. I have inked up. Let me pull that out so I remember to do that. That's my cloud cover. So if you are new to what we're talking about, our cloud cover, when it was released back in April, it ink pad, the ink was shifting, so Stampin' Up didn't release the ink pad for our customers. It was just released while supplies last to demonstrators on the basis that you may get an ink pad that's okay, you may get an ink pad that's not okay. That was a possibility, but for when the catalog went live, it was going to be the only way to get that ink was to clear the stamping spots, which came in a pack of 5, and buy the refill and add refill. So I've got that here, which I've done, but I've also got the actual ink pad, which I didn't mind the color. It's a nice color. So now what I'm doing is going to put that. I'm getting a bit of the ribbon. Now this is beautiful ribbon. But instead of doing a bow, and this was all in my mind that someone who is new, if you're new to crafting, bows can be a pain sometimes to tie, and I get that. So I just did this, right? I wanted to give a bit of still have a bit of like something nice to look at. So we went with, put some tear and tape here. And then all I did was kind of angled. It's a bit of a too heavy angle. And sometimes you just need the look of the ribbon. You don't need the whole bow. And it didn't quite go either. It was too much. So I just wanted that look. Just adds a nice touch. I'd love for you to share this video if you're watching it. And someone else who may be inspired with crafting, and maybe you have a friend who tags a friend who may be interested in learning something about crafting, or who may want some inspiration for Christmas. I might pull that up at this side. So I'm just putting that like that. So these are super cool cards. I made it extend by I'm using this bird, dove. Right? And we'll get the hues of blue. Hues of blue. That feels like I'm saying it wrong. Here's the blue flowers. Yeah. All right. You can pick any flowers you like. You can pick all three colors. Because I've pretty much used all three, I think. Okay, that's pretty much our card is done. How nice and quick was that? I can do quick cards, guys. You had no faith in me, I'm sure of it. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Same thing on the envelope. Just a bit of blending. Keep that. And we need a bit of splatter. All right, that's our card done. I will show you the one I made with my friends at work. So this was it, just basically it. I just didn't do the blending and the splattering, and that was it. So same thing. But other than that, all of it was exactly the same. Thank you. Like how the envelopes match. Yeah. And before I was saying I use a lot of the DSP for the envelope, but stamping is so much quicker. If you can stamp and you're making bulk, just stamp them. The stamps make light work of envelopes. So we'll do a checkup of all our cards later. We're up to card number 4 there. All right, we're going to do a test of our ink pads now. We're detouring. Okay, let's do this. Let's get a piece of cardstock. So this is the cloud cover ink pad. And this is the ink spot. So let's see. I haven't done the comparison, so let's see. A bit of a difference. So that's more, I think, a more Lost Lagoon-y sort of. I always said cloud cover looks more like Lost Lagoon, but this is actually truer to the Lost Lagoon color. Could try it again, whether it was just wet from my cleaning. Yeah, it's different, definitely different. So this is the true color. There you go. I've just been using that because it's just easier. But that is actually a nice sort of a gray. We made our own little color there. I've made my own little color. But I've been using that. But well, that's your true cloud cover there. So I should use that. Thanks, Nicole, for making me do that. Sort of bringing that to attention. Sometimes you do need to do that. And I just go with sometimes whatever's quicker at the time, and instead of testing it out. And a friend of mine did say hers was different too. So always try it out. Okay, now we're going to do another card with, I like these days because then I get my Christmas cards done too. That's okay, no worries, Nicole. All right. So the next one we're doing is using this same Peaceful Garden Suite. So it's a little bit different, and this is also, I would think, on the more simpler side or quicker side. Let's start with English. More quicker. Okay, so I have got a Secret Sea card base. And let me tell you what the DSP size is. The DSP is 8.5 by 14.3. So the back of this is the doves, and that's very nice too. Actually, that gives me like wedding feels. I don't know. It has a look of like a wedding card. Then I've got two pieces of, this is two-tone cardstock. So one's cloud cover and one is Misty Moonlight. Misty is they're both in length 14.3. This one's just over 3 and about 2.5. So roughly, I'm going to blend this with a bit of Secret Sea. So I will probably, I'm using the darker side for this and the lighter side for this. And that's not, don't worry, you just use whatever side you prefer. It's just to bring some contrast. And I've only recently sort of been using the two-tone cardstock, and I have used it several years ago with like another company, two-tone. And like when Stampin' Up brought it out, I haven't used it a lot. And I started using it when we had the virtual retreat, the album retreat, and we did the scrapbooking. And it was so good. I really enjoyed using it, so I thought, oh, I should buy some more and use it in it. It's very effective. But I haven't got all the colors or anything like that. You would use that for a wedding card too. It just has that, I don't know what it feels like. And that looks like, sometimes you see these wedding cards which have those wedding bands kind of falling, and it just reminded me of that as I looked. I mean, it's not that, but it had that look. So I'm just blending. This is Misty Moonlight. I'm on the darker side. I'm blending Secret Sea. On the side. I will go through for all these cards. I haven't done it yet. I will add it to my website with all the product lists so you can hop on. If you haven't hopped onto my website, go check it out. I have lots of cards there with supply lists and things you can just shop easily. Everything is listed. I've got video links, everything there. Tomorrow, our team at the Stamping Lounge, we are doing our class on this suite. So that's Kayla, Macaulay, Mastery, and myself. So rip it towards you to get that look, right? So yeah, because if you go to be away from you, that white isn't going to show. So if I go like this and I want this side, it's not going to show. So rip it towards you. Hold your finger, which I'm right-handed, so whatever hand you're ripping with, hold the other hand right where you want the rip to be. So it's going to form that rip. Otherwise, your rip will be everywhere. So don't hold it here because then it's sort of not. This is sort of helping it create the line, keeps it in some sort of an angle, straight line, I should say. It helps. So now I want the lighter side. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to glue this to this, all right? So I'll just I will put a little bit of glue under here. Then that goes there. Now I'll bring in some dimensionals and I'm going to put this on dimensionals. That's gonna stick there. That's not what I planned to do, but I just needed to trim this down. Oh, you love that we like to color blend the edges. Yeah, it just adds depth, I think. It just makes a difference, doesn't it, Nicole? line it up as best as you can. Okay, and that just gives you a bit of, what do you call it? A little bit of nice height. You can see that, just create something like a little bit of texture there. Now, so I've got a bit of white to die cut labels from, and we're going to do die cutting now. Let me get these out. So we're going to do the larger label in white and the smaller label in glimmer. So this set comes with glimmer sheets, the suite as well. And then I'm going to do some die cutting from Secret Sea with this is one of my new favorite, which is the Delicate Pines. This leaf, it's amazing. Yeah. If you haven't registered for our retreat with the Stamping Lounge, we're using that Delicate Pines one. We're using the whole suite, and we have kit registrations available for Australia wide. And it's open till the 1st of October, the kit registrations, but guaranteed delivery for kits, the registrations closed today. So while it is open till the 1st of October, if you want to get the kit prior to the retreat, which you probably do, we can guarantee that it closes today for that. Because we'll do our best if to get them out if you order before the 1st, but there's no guarantee. So today is the guaranteed delivery before retreat for the Elegant Pine Snowflakes retreat. That suite is one of those suites that you've got to get it to and work with it before you realize what it does. My goodness, the combinations in that are unbelievable. So many possibilities. This is such a beautiful leaf from that set. And here we're using it, not even with the snowflakes. So pretty. Die cut the 3 leaves, and now we'll die cut our labels. So just something a little bit different. I'm doing the glimmer on the front instead of something white where we can stamp on. The glimmer comes in 3 colors. A Secret see card cover. It's a blue. It's like a between a misty and a blueberry bushel. I think I cut that wrong, but it might be okay. Might have shifted. Oh no, we're right. Yeah, I only need partial, so it's okay. I think I've cut part of it off, but I'm going to be cutting, half of that's going to be covered up anyway. Hi, Manny. Did you get some lunch? I did. I hadn't had breakfast, so I went and had some lunch. So I'm going to stick that down. Ideally, I should have probably stuck this down before I did the rest, but I've done it. You know, done is done. So if I trim that down, ta-da! Glue that down. Okay, I've got to die cut my dove too. So this time we will use the larger dove, the dove in full flight. Yeah, I did, Marnie. Thank you. I did have a good lunch. I had some leftover Thai food from last night. What's your favorite cuisine? Do you have a favorite cuisine? My daughter and I were talking about that last night. She said, I think I like Thai. One of my favorites. She tries everything. She loves lots of flavor. Thai and Vietnamese. Yeah, Vietnamese is nice too, isn't it? We have lots of banh mi all the time. We're just going. They've got lots of nice aromatic, fragrant foods. Nice to have variety, isn't it? You have the luxury of being able to taste different food. I'm going to put a little eye in I'm going to test it out. Just a dot, but it's an eye. You know, that's about as great as my drawing skills are, guys. Yeah, Asian food in general. Yeah, it's very, very nice. I'm just curving these leaves a little bit just to give them beautiful spring weather, Marnie. Do you all get, you probably don't get the hay fever and there, do you? Or do you all get that as well? Yeah, spring's a nice season, isn't it? It's just mild weather. No, you don't, yeah. I'm going to trim this a touch. I mean, I'm using this sentiment, which is real quite fine. It's from it's a couple of sentiments actually. The Jolly Holly stamp set. I'm just going with Happy Christmas, and I'm going to split it like it is there so I can you've got hay fever, but you want the birds in your garden more. Yeah, you can't you can probably hear my daughter, maybe hear my daughter sneezing her head off. Yeah, she's been suffering today. It's very annoying because it does make me feel like you're a bit yucky and sick and Okay, so this is Secret C. Happy. It's not too bad. All right, so I might trim it down even a little more. Don't know, do I push my luck? But I'll try it. I don't know whether I've told you I prefer the scalpel sometimes. I have a bit more control with it. But this is good. Now I'm going to trim these down and all right, done. So I'm going to glue this first and then I'll do the dart. Thanks, Marnie. Yeah. It's a nice season because it's not like cold or hot. It's just like pleasant. Like this contrast of the Secret Sea, even though it's blue on blue, it's the different blues, and you've got different texture here. So here we've got the two-tone with the Misty Moonlight. We've blended Secret Sea on it. We've got glimmer in Secret Sea. So you've got different variations. Even though it's the blues, you can have your different textures, and it still looks, it comes up nicely. So if you blend, like before we did with the Flirty Flamingo, we blended on white, it gives a different look. Try things like yeah, variations like that. Yeah. It's a little bit cool. I mean, it's a nice day, Marnie, today. It's, but the wind is there. I'm not feeling cold, I wouldn't say, but neither is it hot. It's it's a meh with that. um, my jumper is light though. It's not like a woolly one. Oh, that is on the cardstock is cloud cover, Marnie. It's a two-tone cloud cover. So it does look like a mint, doesn't it? It actually, when you said mint, it does look like my jumper. I'm wearing cloud cover. Not quite. It's more like mint macaron, but I just lost my sentiment. Goodness, it just went flying. It'll be on the ground. That's so funny. And I just looked on the ground. That's so funny. I found it. And I found some die cuts too there from my North Pole delivery school. Cloud cover is beautiful. Oh, there's something in a Nan's garden that makes you sneeze, Nicole. You don't know. Well, that's what I feel like. Cassie's the same. She feels like hay fever is not necessarily spring, is it? It just happens all year round sometimes. It's marketed incorrectly. It's not spring. All right, so we've got that, and then I used for this one. I used the old Druzy from last year. I thought they went nicely. The Sparkle and Sparkle. Oops, come back. What it happens to you too, Marnie? What you're losing your things go jumping around and flying. Goodness, I honestly, the amount of hours I probably gain not hunting for things. And I'm going to bring back in my favorite leaf from that stamp set. This one. Because I just like it. Or maybe we could even use this one. That's nice too. Why don't we use that for... I haven't used that. I used this last time. So let's do this one for something different. It's the same. What shall we stamp in it? Maybe Misty. Ugh. My Misty is looking a bit sad. Stamping okay though. There you go, that looks nice. That's a pretty little flourish, isn't it? That's what you would call that, I guess. That's better. All right, we're done. Now this layout, you could easily swap it and use the same label. You could put bells or something. We might even try that with another, like later on. I might take the same layout, do something else with it. Just mix and match. Put holly, a poinsettia or something. Just change the layout. You've got the same card. So this is the same card. I just did it in the like a 10th fold, and use the leaves there. Same thing, but a little bit different. And we just did the inside a bit different. So that's our next card we've done on this. So now, what do you want to see next? Do you want snowflakes, or do you want a bear? A little bear from North Pole Delivery. What would you like? You get a choice, guys. You love the blue and white combination. It is a little bit. It is a classic combination, isn't it? It's so we've got North Pole Delivery, or what do you want? A bit of elegant pine, snowflake. Oh. Choices. While I clean up. And once you start, sometimes things just when you start creating and Sometimes your creativity comes at the wrong time, you know, like midnight or something. Does that happen to you? Well, it's me sometimes. Not full delivery. And you know what? I didn't put my other guy. Other guy. That's what I'm calling other guy. Oh, goodness. Otherwise, it becomes out of control. Stamp sets everywhere. Order not full delivery. Not full jolly delivery. It is a jolly set. Jolly delivery. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Oh, I better put this one away too. Oh, no worries, Nicole. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you later. All right. Okay. For my next card, we've got North Pole Delivery. I think all these images are super cute and you can do lots and lots with it. So I have chosen, and I think we can do a couple of these. I have done one, but we're always open to doing some casing as well. So that's no issues at all. We can do that. You know, we're just having some fun today. So we'll go with the flow. I am just playing. What's your favorite? What image do you like? Have you got a favorite image in this? Is there one particular image that kind of stands out? And you go, oh, that is cute. I have not stretched out the mailbox. To make this longer. You mask it. The dog. Dog's pretty cute. And this is actually a nice friendly looking bear, isn't it? Not a scary bear. Not a scary bear. He's a friendly bear. Yeah, the dog is cute. I'm looking for sheets of cardstock. All right. Let's stamp Mr. Bear, but he's a bit off my thing. Maybe I'll put him on the bigger block so I don't run the risk of missing big parts of him. This was a semi-case of the catalog, but then I kind of changed it and I followed some coloring of the catalog, which is catalog is there for inspiration, like I said, so use it. I mean, it's there to shop. As demonstrators, we do appreciate when you shop, and I appreciate every order I get. And everyone who's watching, I appreciate when you comment. I appreciate the likes. All those things help, and I encourage. but the catalog is also good for inspiration, to give you ideas for color palettes, for techniques, sketches, all sorts. So I have done, I'm just pulling out my colors. Got medium, and deep. I think I went deep for the nose. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to try the two colors. So I'm going to start with my medium SU500. You've seen reverse stamping done with it. What do you mean, Marnie? What do you mean reverse stamping? I'm trying to think. That sounds, yeah, that's with the masking. That sounds interesting. That's a very good idea. With the mailbox, reverse stamping. Oh yeah, okay. With the silicone mat and the animals going the other way. Is that what you mean? I think I'm thinking what you're thinking. Yeah. That's a good idea too. So you could have them facing each other with that technique. So you could have one bear coming one way and one bear coming one way, the other way, facing each other. Okay, don't worry about my coloring. I'll fix it up in a minute. It's only because my brush tip is very bad. And I'm going to go like this. And then I'll fix it. So my two bears are going to be different colors in the sense of the one I've done before. I've used the same colors, but I have changed what is the base and what is the highlight. So it's changed the look. And they do change. It's nature, so they'll be different. It's nature, it's my memory. That's what it is. I just use the excuse that it's nature. But it is nature. And they're not the same. At least I wrote the colors down. I just didn't write which order I put it in. All right. I'll bring that in a bit. So no, not that one, the other one. So this is still light. This is SU 900. So he's gonna go like that. Just bring in a bit of lightness there. And then I'll bring in this. Then I'll bring in the pinkier tone one. to blend it in, and then I'll go back with the more yellowy tone. That's the easiest way to explain those lights. One's a pinky and one's a yellow tone. And I'm blending it into the next color so it nicely blends in. So pushing it into the color. All right. So now just adding some shading here just so I get some sort of movement within the bear's body. Pull in where that fur is, so it's like going with the lines there. I'm just trying to smooth this out a bit, so I'll just push, like follow those, the curve of the body kind of there. So you're gonna get that natural flow. And as I go over that, it's gonna add darkness there. And it'll keep that section light. And even though my brush tip is a bit weird, because I have used it a lot, it's still giving that nice look. I hope you can see that as I'm working this. Now I'm going to bring in the SU200, which is a deep, and just color in the bear's nose. All right, so here maybe I will add a little bit of just some depth here with the deep, which I didn't do on my original, but I feel this needs it. All right, I think our bear is done. And next we are going to use quick granny apple green, light granny apple green for the present, the large present. On the, I'm going to go with Poppy Parade. I pulled out real red, but it's Poppy that I need. So go with light Poppy Parade. And then we'll add some dots in, just gonna fill in that. In dark Poppy Parade. So we're just keeping it. I'm bringing in my dark shaded spruce. And I'm going to add some squares here. And then Pool Party. It is such a cherry bear, isn't it? It's just very happy. He's got a smile on his face. Look at him. He's not a scary bear. He's a happy bear. I'm going to do stamp 2 little presents because I want 2 extra little presents. I know, I love gingham money. I just love checks, gingham, plaid, that sort of thing. I love it. I don't know, there's just, it brings things together. I think just when you use gingham, it just seems to work with most things. It seems to work, the design and things like that, I find. I'm a bit of a sucker for gingham stuff. I need a piece of cardstock. I'm going to do the inside of my card. Oh, I can do that later. We'll do that later. So let's color our present. I'll do it in the light. I will do this inside here. This one in light Pool Party. Dark Pool Party. Then I'm bringing in some soft sea foam just to add another color, just a blending color kind of thing. So not too contrasty. All right, so we've got our little bits and pieces done there. I'm going to keep them. I may need them again. Not sure. The gifts to the letters all cut in one as well, so it stamps together and you can cut it out in one, so that's also handy. Yes, it is homely. You're right. That's what it is. Yeah, I agree. It is homely. I think it's that country kind of vibe it brings, isn't it, Mommy? And this particular set has a box as well, a treat box. So that's a good little add-on. I mean, the dies included, so you don't even have, it comes with it, which is a great little set. If you had to choose, I say start with the designer series paper. It comes with die cuts, so it's a good place to start. You then at least get a feel for the die cuts, and I'm just gonna move that. Like you get a feel for what comes in the dies and stamp set, because the stamp set you can customize to what you like. In colors wise, but the designer series papers will give you a feel for what you can do. Yeah, that's that. He's cute. I like it. For a minute I thought I had frozen them, but I hadn't. I was just, my die cutting machine was occupying the whole space. Now my gift is not quite how, it hasn't cut out how I wanted, but it's okay. I can fussy cut around it. It's just sort of an embellishment on my card, so it's all right. Ugh, that's way off. Way off. Don't know what happened there. Let's get this guy out. Stay put. What's your favorite set? Do you like the doggies, or do you have another favorite set, Marnie? In the catalog or in your online exclusives, let us know what everyone's favorite is. I've asked a question in the Facebook page, what's your favorite DSP? I've got a choice of a couple traditional Christmas of the 2 specialty I picked. A couple of specialty papers there. I'm just trimming this down because my die moved, but it is all right. We work around. We cut around. Oh, you can mention the new thing coming. What's the new thing coming? Is it the advent calendar? Yes. One you can buy for yourself and one for a kid. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's on sale. Goes on sale on the 23rd of September, guys. Get one. You've got to get one. And don't even think about it. Just get it. It's a present for yourself. It's a crafty advent calendar. It's $173. Don't even think about the price. You know, it is. I bought advent calendars. My daughter and I get from other places. It is the the price is, it's not expensive in comparison to other advent calendars. Yes, it's expensive compared to the ones with chocolate in it, but it's not expensive compared to other advent calendars, guys. Trust me. You know, the ones with skincare and makeup or perfumes, they're expensive. With this advent calendar, it's a 12-day advent calendar. You know what you get in it? You don't even have to open one day. It already comes with a stamp set. So you haven't even opened one day and it's already come with a stamp set. So straight out the gate, you've got a stamp set. It's got beautiful wrapping. Then every day for 12 days, you get an exclusive gift that is not released anywhere else. So you can't buy it out of the advent calendar. So it's a little surprise. They're talking. I don't know what's in it, but Stampin' Up has said there's dies, there's paper, there's tools. It's pretty exciting and limited release. So goes on sale on September 23rd. My birthday's on the 25th of September. I think they released it for my birthday. Yeah, just in time. Yes, thanks, Bonnie, for reminding us. Definitely, you have put that date in your calendar. I will remind you. And if you're not on my newsletter list, get yourself on the newsletter list because I will be sending out a reminder. I'm good like that. I will enable you. Because there's nothing worse than something selling out and you wanted to get it and then you missed out. So you don't, and if you want it and You've got someone who's wanting to get something for you. Maybe your kids want to get together. Or your spouse. Or someone doesn't know what to get to you. Why don't you strongly suggest the advent calendar? Yes, that's a good little thing, right? Something that is useful, and it's like you can have 12 days. I mean, 12 days of Christmas, it doesn't have to be before. It's not Christmas, or it is not they are not necessarily for Christmas in that sense. It's an advent calendar for Christmas, but the things in there are not for Christmas. I'm just going to cut this to 2.5. Yeah, so it's not Christmas stuff. So you could use it all year. So you could get it on the 25th of December and open it for 12 days after Christmas. If someone wants to give you a Christmas present. There are ways. So I'm putting this strip is 2.5 by 14.8, which I didn't measure. And I'm going to emboss this, okay, with the Soft Waves embossing folder. That's what I wanted to do. Just for the greetings for you is, yeah, I agree. That's another one. And that is like really good value because it's not costly. It's an inexpensive purchase, and you're gonna get so much value out of that. I'll tell you how much it is. Greetings for you. It is $15. I don't know whether I'm checking whether it says how many you get in it. So there's 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 designs. It doesn't say how many there are, but I counted like 20 at least on one sheet. So yeah, I would say about 100 and at least 100 centimeters. That's just a rough estimate, but there's a lot. There are a lot. You like the gingerbread man, Marnie? You should come to our class. I'm losing track of the months. So this month we've got at Stamping Lounge, we've got the Peaceful Garden, which is tomorrow. Next month we've got Modern Christmas, so that's October. So November we're doing Gingerbread Man. Yes. So this is embossed with the Soft Waves embossing folder. I've stamped this in Petal Pink, which this is a textured North Stars. And this is a little postage, perennial postage stamp die, which I've die cut. Oh, you haven't purchased anything yet, Marnie, from the... It was tricky because we had bought the online exclusives coming at the same time, so there was a lot going on, wasn't there? Okay, so I'm going to take my Poppy Parade. Any of the markers would be fine. Blends. My light is very light. I might go at the dark. And I might do a light Petal Pink as well. Dark Petal Pink, sorry, with a light splattering of dark Petal Pink. And the two mixed together reminds me of like candy. I don't know where I get this thing in my brain sometimes, but things Now this, I did this card. I did not even think. It looks similar to my layout for the dove one. This one I've stuck it straight down. And this actually I was trying to cover up a boo-boo when I made this. I wasn't even planning on it being the same. I'm leaving a bit of a gap at the end. I'm lifting it off here because sometimes you can see the base under and then it's hard to judge where it's meant to be. Okay. Dimensionals. Yes, it's hard, isn't it, when you there's so much to you'd like and you want to like not overspend. I understand that. It's very hard when they bring such nice stuff. Great. Then this, I'm going to stick this part down and then maybe one dimensional on this side. Yeah, so my bear is going on dimensionals. And I'll just chop these off so I can use them up. The sentiment I will choose Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. And I'll stamp it in early espresso, I think, just to go with the browns and things. Let me get a little bit of paper, cardstock. Just need a teeny bit. This is such a tiny sentiment. when you shop from a new catalog, or what is the first thing you look for? Do you look at, I'm going to start that again. Do you look at stamp sets, dies? Do you look at sweets, or do you look for designer series paper or embellishments? Is there one particular thing that you go searching for when you're browsing through a new catalog? I find that I tend to look for new designer series paper, because if I have designer series paper, I can do lots of fun things. And or fun tools like, or embellishments like that metallic texture rub-ons. That's something I would like look for, different kind of stuff. I don't necessarily look for the sweets all the time, because those are the obvious things that are there. I look for something that maybe not so obvious. You look for stamp sets that catch your eye. Yeah, it's just interesting what people would look for. Like with the annual catalog, I think the first thing I looked for was to see whether the linen thread was still there, and then I went shopping. But for something like that, stamp, like I like looking at the individual stamp sets too, like you, Marnie, like something a little bit different. I meant to do that on an angle. Can I do that yet? Yeah, I just did it. I don't know whether I wanted it that close, but maybe it'll do. It will do. Australian animals. Oh, okay. Aren't the rub-ons so good? I think it's such a nice way to add a little bit extra to your cards, and no, it's not a big, not hard, like it's so easy. Something fun. Yeah, these little guys, I'm just adding like a little embellishment. This guy doesn't, I need to get another piece. I need another piece of dimensional, which is not so big. Just a half. Okay. That one on that. And that on that. So I will stick the green one down because that's against the blue, against the pool party. And then you have that. Go ahead. Okay, then we'll get our deer dots. Which is part of this suite. And I'm going to pick the garden green. All right, let's do the inside of the card, and then we can add some ribbon as well, or twine. I'm going to add twine on that one. Okay, Marnie, have a good rest of the day. Thank you for joining. And then we are going to add a present. Gonna add 2 presents here. I slipped with that, so let's try it again. 1, 2, and on the envelope. Oh, no, we want that's already stamped. All right, let's color some presents. Pool party, just mixing up the colors a bit just so we have some nice variation here. Okay, we've done our card. That's the Jolly Delivery Suite. This is the other one I did. I just had a leftover envelope with paw prints, so I just decorated it like that. What I had done, that's some splatters, so that would be nice to do that on this as well. There's no splatter left in the light poppy parade. Let's go. Let's go with this. A bit of that. All right. So we've done our 6th card for the day. So far this afternoon, these are the cards we've done this second session. Hope you've enjoyed that. I will catch you back in half an hour. That's at 3:25 for our third session, and we'll get on with some more crafting. Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.